I thought we would do some more maths this morning, and us here in class are going on to doing some adding and subtracting of fractions. So I thought this was a good topic for us to have a little revise of. Okay, so the first question that we're going to have a look at is 3/7 plus 3/7. Okay, and you can see with this example that the denominators are the same. So if the denominators are the same, do I need to do anything? No, I don't need to do anything. The denominators remain the same. Okay, so if the denominators are already the same, we still have the same denominator in our answer. Okay, and then what do I do to the numerators? When I'm adding, what do I do to the numerators? Good, you add across. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and I get 6/7. Same thing happens when we subtract. So we're going to start with 4/5 minus 1/5. Okay, and the same thing happens. If the denominators are already the same, they remain the same. And I subtract across. 4 taken by 1 is 3. And I get 3/5. So if the denominators are the same, you don't need to do anything with that bottom number. Okay, it remains the same throughout. Okay, now we've got the hang of doing adding and subtracting with the same denominators. We're going to start having a look at adding and subtracting with different denominators. Now, what you need to remember is whenever you are calculating with fractions, you must make the denominator the same. Okay, sometimes that will mean changing both denominators. Sometimes it will be possibly changing only one. Okay, in this case I've got 1/4 plus 3/8. I'm only going to need to change one of the fractions. Which fraction am I going to change?
1/4. 1/4.
Good, the 1/4. I'm going to change the 1/4, and I'm going to change it so that it is in eighths to be able to then calculate. So if I want this to now be an 8 instead of a 4, what have I done to that number?
4 times by 2.
Good, I've multiplied this by 2 here. The key with fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So then if I'm multiplying this by 2, I get 2. Then I get 2/8 plus 3/8. The bottom number then stays the same, and we add across to get 5/8. Okay, so the key here is to make the denominator the same and then calculate. Let's do another one. Let's do a subtraction now. So I'm going to do 2/10. 3/10. I'm going to do 3/10 minus 1/5. So again, 3/10 minus 1/5, I'm only going to need to change one of these because I know that they are connected, the tenths and the fifths. So I'm going to leave this as 3/10. Then I'm going to do what to the 5?
Times it by 2.
Times it by 2 to get a 10. If I've done that to the bottom, I'm going to do the same to the top. I'm going to get 2. And then that is going to equal 1/10. Okay, once I've changed the denominators so they're the same, I'm still doing exactly the same process. I'm just subtracting across. Okay, I'm just subtracting across, but the key is that the denominators must be the same before you do any calculations. Okay, now we're going to have a look at an example where we have to change both of the denominators. Okay, so I've got 2/9 plus 4/6 here. Now I'm going to work across, okay, because I need to change both denominators. So what I need to think about here is using my multiples, what do 9 and 6 both go into? What number do 9 and 6 both go into? What can we have? 18, lovely. So we're going to make them 18. Okay, both 9 and 6 go into 18. What have I done to 9 to get to 18?
Times by 2.
Times by 2. What have I done to 6 to get 18?
Times by 3.
Right, times by 3. Okay, and now we have to remember whatever we've done to the bottom, we must now do to the top. So if I've multiplied this one by 2, I have to multiply this one by 2, which gives me 4. If I've multiplied this by 3, I have to multiply this by 3, which gives me 12. And then, now I've got the same denominator. My denominator remains the same. 4 plus 12 is 16. What can I convert that to? 8 over 9. Excellent. Okay, so I'm using my knowledge of multiplication to decide which common multiple I can use. In this case, it's the 18. And I've thought about what I've done to get there, and I do the same to the top, and then I can just add straight across. Okay, then I can just add straight across. So in some cases, you're going to have to change one denominator. In some cases, you're going to have to multiply and change both denominators so that they are the same. Okay, Year 6, I have put 8 questions up on the board for you. The first one we've just done together. I'd like you to grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil, have a go at questions 2 through to 8, pause the video, and then when you're done, come back to me and we will go through the answers. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to go through all of those questions. Make sure that you have remembered to simplify once you've got an answer. If we go through them, we had 3/4 minus 3/12, which we would convert this into 12ths by multiplying by 3. Okay, and then so that would be 9 over 12. So that would give us 6 over 12, which would give us a half. The next one was 1/14 plus 3/7. Again, we would convert this to 14ths by multiplying by 2. So we'd have 1 plus 6, which would give us 7 over 14, which again would convert to a half. Number 4 was 6/21 minus 1/7. We'd convert this to being over 21 by multiplying by 3. So we'd have 6 take away 3, which would give us 3 over 21, which would simplify to 1/7. Number 5 was 3 over 20 plus 6 over 10. We'd convert this to being over 20 by multiplying by 2. So we'd do 3 plus 12 is 15. 15 over 20 converts to 3/4. Number 6 was 3/4 subtract 1/16. We'd convert this to being over 16. So we'd multiply this by 4. So multiply this by 4, which gives us 12. 12 take away 1 is 11. 11 over 16. Number 7, you had 5/9 plus 5/3. We'd convert this to being over 9ths by multiplying by 3. This would become 15. So we'd have 5 plus 15 would give us 20 over 9, which we convert to a mixed number, which would be 2 and 2/9. And then the last one, number 8, was 7 over 12, take away 1/4. So again, we'd convert this so that it was over 12ths by multiplying by 3. Multiply the top by 3 would do 7, take away 3 is 4/12, which is the same as 1/3. I hope you've had a chance to go through all of these, and I hope you've got them all right. If you've not got them right, please go back and correct your mistakes, and hopefully you can spot where you went wrong. And obviously, if you've got any questions or comments, you can always email me and ask, and I will try and answer as many as I can. Hope you have a good day. See you soon.